So back to just a quick dip into the kind of origins of my product life. So, I studied fine art just down the road, not quite in Lancashire, but in Merseyside in Liverpool for a few years. And, like any other kind of contemporary practice artist, was pretty much following Duchamp's kind of new sort of scope of working, and this obviously kind of working on the basis of that you could decouple, or you could almost completely sever craft from conceptual creativity and ideas, which obviously was incredibly liberating. But actually, my graduation piece was a kind of almost like a mashup between something that was like a Duchamp thing, sort of turning these sort of perfect Greek figures on their heads and seeing the soft parts of the body sort of sagging down with gravity and kind of therefore rendering them imperfect. But at the same time, actually, they were crafted. So I made these by hand, and they're sort of supersized things. And I think everything that I've been involved with as a designer, whether it's digital or physical, in some way is trying to put things together that don't belong, and trying to find the sort of timings and those resonances when that becomes really kind of electric and interesting. Also kind of, this is Kubrick, and I've got a little connection to Kubrick because I grew up in the same town where he lived, and my dad was his optician. So I've got a Kubrick connection. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's good. And also Kamprad, Mr. Kamprad from IKEA, and these are here because products themselves and objects are stories, and again, I'm very interested in the resonance around those things. But also the whole journey around objects, the whole journey around products and brands and these things are also kind of really, really important in conveying meaning, and again, like doing something, trying to change something, or trying to change behavior, or whatever it might be. And these two very different kind of characters are both obsessives. They're both known for being really detail-oriented, having very, very high standards. Kubrick would be leaning over the art directors making the posters for the films, which you'd sort of see as like weird and controlling. But actually, if you're following the path of meaning rather than the manifest, just the design as a standalone, then you know that every single actor in conveyance of that meaning and the building of that experience is important. And actually the posters as the first step in that journey are just as important as the obsessions about building the sets and the editing and all those things. And obviously the same with Ingvar, he didn't have to create a cafe with meatballs in it. He didn't have to do that, but he did. And he didn't have to obsess about all these kind of details that make IKEA, but he did. And so even though it's this incredible kind of operational machine that's just so optimized in every single way, it still has this incredible kind of character about it, this incredible sort of brand and feeling in the brand.